episode of High Frequency Convo. I'm your host, as always, Wes Hunt, and this is my co-host,
Just the Guard.
And this is the podcast where we spark blunts and conversation. Thank you. This is episode 35. Who would have fucking thought? Episode 35, man. Now, and also, man, to all the new subscribers, I believe we're approaching 230. Thank you for everybody that's fucking with us. The views are always going up. I'm looking at my analytics. Thank you on everything what we said. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for all the new viewers. I told you, like, I just posted up a promotion note on the 500 subscriber. I'm doing a cash giveaway. I put the information in the thing. Hit me in my DMs with the screenshot of you being the 500th subscriber and your cash app information. I'm sending you a little cash app prize. You have to get you some lunch in a few days or whatever the case may be, but just a thank you. I'm just get bigger and bigger as much as the channel grows. But thank you once again. Like, share, subscribe. And thank you for the ETW TV, for the 4 or 5 new subscribers as well. Subscribe to the ETW channel. You know what I mean? We got a bunch of content there. A bunch of content that keep coming there. Things that keep getting better. But also follow us on SoundCloud, West LG on one word. Look out for Wolf Fanatic 2. And we're going to get right into this. In this episode, we're going to be talking about 3 things, as always, 3 topics, but on the same frequency. We're going to talk about the education system, correctional facilities, and law enforcement. And I like to start off with a little word from our sponsors. If somebody maybe could explain a little better before we touch into it. But this is 6 problems with our schools, and the content comes from Next Schools.
There is a growing feeling today that something is wrong with our system of education. But what is it? Well, we send our children to school to prepare them for the real world, which is changing very, very fast. But our schools haven't changed much for hundreds of years. In fact, thought leaders from around the world agree that the current system of education was designed in the industrial age mainly to churn out factory workers. And this industrial age mentality of mass production and mass control still runs deep in schools. Industrial age values. We educate children by batches and govern their lives by ringing bells. All day long, students do nothing but follow instructions. Sit down, take out your books, turn to page 40, solve problem number 3, stop talking. At school, you're rewarded for doing exactly what you're told.
Wow.
These are industrial age values that were really important for factory workers. Their success depended on following instructions and doing exactly what they were told.
Important.
But in today's world, how far can you get by simply following instructions? The modern world values people who can be creative, who can communicate their ideas and collaborate with others. But our children don't get a chance to develop such skills in a system that's based on industrial age values. Lack of autonomy and control. At school, our children experience a complete lack of autonomy and control. Every minute of a child's life is tightly controlled by the system. But in today's world, if you're doing important work, then you're managing your own time. You're making your own decisions regarding what to do and when to do it. But life at school looks very different.
Like that.
The system is sending a dangerous message to our children that they are not in charge.
200 workers, 20 of them, so they can control 20. Can't control 200 free thinkers.
To their own lives. They just have to follow whatever is laid down instead of taking charge and making the most of their lives. Experts believe autonomy is incredibly important for children. It's no wonder then that our children are bored and demotivated by school.
They know that.
Can you imagine
I'm pretty sure they know that as well. That's why you got so much kids, ADHD, kids that is in class they're not supposed to be because they're advanced and they're so they.
How you would feel if you were told exactly what to do for every minute of your life.
I was. It was annoying. So and there's more and more. If you want to go check that out, it's good, man. I'll definitely check out the whole clip. It says 6 problems with our school system, and the content comes from Next Schools. And that's one of the questions on here, so I'm glad he touched on that. But the first question is, what is the purpose of the education system? Here we go. You know, I mean, I'm talking about in your opinion, I would say.
I think that education system should teach you how to survive in the world that you're living in.
And what do you think the purpose is? What do you think the purpose is for the education system now? Not your purpose.
It's the one that we live in.
Yeah, the current one.
It's for that, to create robots, to create people that thinks the way they want them to think, and to fill the shoes of their parents when their parents pass. We need workers. You know what I mean? So that's what it is.
I think it's also definitely that what 6 problems. What was he saying? Next school. Next school. Talking about what Laurent just said. I definitely agree with that. But also, it's all part of indoctrination. It's all indoctrination. But I also think it's meant to make like closed-minded thinkers, keep the creativity going. Also to tire you out on the physical level. It's also to tire you the fuck out. The more, because I work. So, but you have to have a strong mind to fight through all that. The more and more you work, you get up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, whatever time you're getting up, and you have to travel on the train or travel on the bus or drive here or drive there. They go to work for mad hours, stand up and sit at a cubicle or whatever the case may be, and do this whole shit back and back and back and back and back. It's meant to drain you the fuck out so you won't have time to think, and you won't have time to really explore who the fuck you really are. You won't have time to be accountable for your actions or you won't have time to see what's going on around you. Just like we made that UFO episode, we had more episodes with more likes on other topics that's not even as fucking crazy. If you want to be honest, and I'm like, if I'm scrolling through shit and I see UFOs press conference, what? Like that's the whole point. That's what works for me.
Because it's been overburned in the subconscious of your mind, so it's just become the norm now.
But like, how the fuck is it? That's crazy. That's what
become the norm. They've been watching this since the 70s.
But nigga, they saying it's real now. They said we thought it was fake. They think it was fake.
And the numbers say that people already believe that it was real. So that, and they've been pumping their subconscious, make people until they see it for themselves. They be it's not important.
And that's the case. That's also part of their plan.
Yeah, it is, because you're so caught up in your everyday life and trying to get your kids to school, get them showered, feed them so they can go to bed, wake them up on time, make sure the bills is paid. You don't have time.
Sometimes not even at a point. Sometimes they think about parties and vacations. Well, whatever, sports. The next game, Sunday football.
Well, you know, but that right there.
It's so much ways to distract you, basically.
Many ways to distract you.
1,000.
The people, you know what I mean? Because like those people right there, they don't really even contribute nothing to life or the economy. It's the people that get up every day and go to work, like such as yourself, who contribute every day. Is the ones that's more importantly distracted, because you know the motherfuckers
got more impact.
Yeah, right.
I mean, everybody has impact though.
Everybody has impact if they realize the impact. But the motherfucker who all day long thinking about partying, aliens or anything about revolution is so far past that not even a far thought.
But I know workers that do that. They party all fucking day. They went to party, go to Saks Fifth.
No. But they thoughts are so far gone. They working for what? To party.
Oh yeah, okay, just
your process is full gone. That nigga when he be like, shit, I need to get a job so I can party more, or get this or get that. They not thinking. And then the people who would think about, damn, this country is fucked up. They so busy in their regular lives, too tired, trying to support.
Worried, too anxious.
Yeah, like I was watching this shit, right? And Candace Owens was going off on Barack Obama.
Yeah.
But we gotta do a show about that. And you gotta take a look at it. Right? She going off on Barack Obama and him smoking crack, sniffing cocaine, and being gay. So now I realize why they're pumping that whole Michelle Obama as a man shit. They're trying to distract you from the fact Barack Obama is a homosexual.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Allegedly, I have to look at the shit myself. Or
allegedly, the white dude.
You always gotta say allegedly.
Gotta say allegedly. Well, how do you say allegedly when the white dude? I'm gonna go back to the topic. But when the white dude is sitting down, we didn't even know this nigga went to Congress. The nigga sat down and found Congress and said, yes, when Barack Obama was a senator, we smoked crack, I sucked this day. Yo, in front of Congress. Yeah, man, that's crazy, kid. And the nigga took a fucking lie detector test. He's the reason. He's the reason why homosexuality.
Why gay marriage exists. So I mean,
that's crazy.
But like I said, go back to the topic of at hand. Why do the education? What's the purpose of the education system? The front purpose is to create a generation of educated children, so they can be, because they're our future, and they can be better citizens and productive citizens when they grow older, and they can know what they need to know and have the materials and tools they need to know to be productive adults. That's the bullshit, guys. I don't know why niggas falling for it, but the real purpose is to indoctrinate your ass. Not only it's literally to make you a robot, to think like everybody else in your school, in your class, like your teacher, like your parents, because your parents went through the same indoctrination. It's also meant to kill your creativity. Mm-hmm. It's meant to also. This is I was gonna say this, but it's meant to. I thought of my own self. It's meant to kill kids' dreams a lot of times.
Of course it's meant to
You
kill
know why? Because I still my career day. When on career day.
They're going to tell you you can't do it.
Yo, bro, on
Can't
career
go.
day, I told these niggas this one time I want to be a basketball player. And everybody's like, fireman, nurse, this. You got I said, what you want to be? First of all, I said, wrestler. He said, come on, man. I said, a basketball player. Can you pick something real? I said, okay, a fireman. They said, that's more. As a kid, I'm not thinking of it, but that's probably the reason I procrastinate a lot of my life. That subconscious shit. Like, you can't do none of that shit. You can't do. And why are they telling kids that? Why are they telling kids?
They was told that. They was told to think right.
That's the whole point.
So they're sharing the same information that was given to them.
That's what it's meant for, man.
They don't know no better. Because they will tell you that you can't be Michael Jordan and you can't be Lil Wayne. You're absolutely 100% right. Because that motherfucking nigga name is Lil Wayne. His name is Michael Jordan. I can only be me. You understand what I'm saying? And maybe me is good enough. And maybe I may not, you know what I'm saying, be the 6-time, 10-time scoring champion. And you know what I'm saying, 6 NBA rings. But I could maybe be Phil Jackson. Or I could be something like that. You don't never stop chasing your dream, or you don't never not have a dream. A person without a dream is somebody who's not even worth. What are you here for without a dream? You know what I'm saying? What are you here for if you just every day you get up every day for a consistent grind of a 9 to 5 to wait to 2 days on the weekend, not even 2 days
or
a day.
A week of vacation, or 2 weeks of vacation.
2 weeks of vacation.
I said to somebody
to
at
spend
work.
time with your family.
I said to somebody at work. Right?
How dare they?
How about this?
How the fuck dare they?
Being poor is an act of evil, and being rich is an act of good. And they reversed it. Money to overall evil. Everything's a mirror. I've heard that from somebody since too. They said, what did the motherfucker say? Play the reverse. Like, that's why they love playing shit in reverse. But like, the thing was, I said to somebody at work, I said, how's this life, bro? You gotta work and do, but we just got to one of the conversations that just came out. So how's this life? I said, 365 days in the year. How much vacation we get? Right now we early. The older niggas get no. Right now we only get fucking 3 or 5. 3.
Oh yeah, because you in your first year.
First year.
I already know how
the
it
third ones
works.
get like 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah,
but I said,
fucking 2 weeks.
I said we get 2 weeks, man. So even if you get a month, I said,
Fuck, it's a month out of
365 days. You only getting 30 of them.
30 of them to you, because the rest of them is given to you by the government. You can have 4th of July off, but I can't because they said I got to work on that day. You could have Memorial Day off, but I can't because they said I got to work.
How
on
about
that
this?
day.
I just took my vacation recently. Why? Because I can't take it in October. I can't.
I can't take it. I can only take it in
October, November, December,
okay.
because that's the busy times. I can't take it in around Christmas or Thanksgiving. I can't if I want to. So like, and you know, like I said, going back to what I was saying, if you only had 30,
who's another man to tell you that you can't do something?
that's what they call him a boss. Hey, who's to tell? Like, I said, oh, my fault. Out of 365 days in a year, so you get a month.
31 days.
And you get
depending
31 days, right? Say let's grind after 30. Let's say 30 days, because people hard to get a month vacation. So you get 30 days off. Out of 365 days, what the fuck is that leave? Let's say
35 days, that's 134.
Let's count the weekend, right? Let's say 2 days, a day off here, call out here, call out here. What's that be like 30, 40 days?
Oh yes, that's
300 what? Still what? 290 something days? You're slaving out of the year. And that's extreme. That's like 6 days extreme, and then you get off. I know people that work 6 days a week, every week. 40 out, what do you call it? 80s. Like, they 80 hours a week. Like, they work double shifts every day. Double shifts every day. I used to ask them, when do you get time to see your family?
For money.
What do you do with the money? Nobody knows what they do with the money. I just want to have it.
So they can sit around.
They ain't doing nothing. Most of them.
Yeah, I know what they doing.
Most of them ain't doing shit. I asked
I'm
them.
gonna tell you what they doing. No, you understand.
I don't know. I just want to have it. It's better to have it than not. So what if you die tomorrow?
They say it's to sit around and know that they have it and feel better than the next person who don't have it, and be able to say, oh, you're lazy because I do this, but you're missing out on life.
Yep.
You were not put here to work 80 hours a day to get crumbs while the nigga on the top eats lavishly and be with his family at his will.
They all got
a way less out.
And
I'm not saying you don't have to work. I'm saying the way this shit is constructed of 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, that shit ain't right. By fucking 12, after 4 hours of working, you done. You tired, nigga. Nobody can tell me after 4 hours you ain't had enough already. It's time to go home. That's the body telling you it's time. It's done.
And listen, I'm not taking, don't take this to be as no hate at all. I respect the Matrix game they put. I respect it. So I respect the bosses getting the motherfucking little privilege they get. Cause why? Cause they worked their way up, however they got there was being buddy, but they worked with. Probably they're not to be the bosses in this Matrix, cool. But there's no way in hell I'm gonna forever be no motherfucking fucking field worker. You know, dig me? So like, I see these motherfuckers going home 3 o'clock, sometimes 12. Suits, staying up when it's too hot. They stay in the office all day. Like, hey, I'll be hot. They catch a trigger when they get mad. I say, hey, hey, fuck. Y'all eating up there in them swivel chairs. But that's what, okay. Y'all would go for the rest of it. I've been doing it for, I know a nigga that did it for 40 years. Somebody else just died. Rest in peace. At my job the other day, passed away. In the locker room. That's the last place he saw, man. I'm not going out like that. I'm not going out like that, bro. Like, I'm sorry, teach his own. Why is the curriculum outside the country seem so much better than America is? I'm saying, hold on, the reason I pose that question, because growing up, this is personal. Whether you Trinidad, Jamaican, Guyanese, or whatever, or fucking from Pakistan, they always be like, y'all niggas is kind of dumb down here. Like, why is it so slow? Why y'all so far behind? So I always thought when I was growing up, like, why the fuck is the America, the most supposed to be the leading country, some of them is fucking not the first world countries, they second world and third worlds. Why the fuck are they curriculum so high than us?
Because this is what it is.
Makes no sense.
It doesn't make no sense, but here's the irony of it all.
It does make sense, man.
As I got older, I realized that all of it is a manifested illusion. Check it out. Now, I agree with that whole assessment, but the thing about it is, even as the education system in America is what it is because they're not trying to turn out people who could freely think for themselves. But neither is none of them.
I'm about to say the whole world ain't. So,
I'm about to say, but neither.
I know that, but why the fuck are they so far ahead? So should we all have the same bullshit curriculum then?
No, I'm about to just say something this much. I don't even think that their curriculum is so much far ahead, to be fucking honest with you, my nigga.
The always the outside of the country kids always, in my time from PS3 to Winthrop to
I say this.
Breezing through.
Yeah, because what they have been taught is the dynamics of working hard. What I've realized is that you're dealing with people who come from, when they come from hardly having anything, we have so much. We don't compete. Like, I was listening to 50 talk today, and he was like, you know, poverty in this country is completely different than poverty in other countries. When you have poverty in this country and poverty in other countries, the poverty in other countries is completely different. That's the thing. So when they get the opportunity to come here, they work 3 times hard. So now they're over there. They're going to school to be a doctor. They're going to walk. With no disrespect to anybody, with no shoes on their foot, slippers, work hard, study hard, do what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? To get what they want. We got so much that we take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? All the information that they're getting secondhand, our secondhand books and this, that, and the third, it's coming from us. It's just that what's the difference?
You just say they apply or something.
Right, because I'm gonna show you this. Okay, now, you may not know, right? Alright, so I'm gonna use one that you do know. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going to use a piece of equipment, but you probably wouldn't know that. So what would be the difference between the MPC, what's the difference between the MPC 2000 and say the 2000 XL? The nigga working the board. The nigga working the machine. You understand? So the next nigga will be like, yo, I got this and I got that. But this nigga over here making more banging and beats than you because he putting in the work, the hard work and the dedication to do that. You think because you got that old nice, what are you doing? So it's like, it's the same process. You're gonna go to motherfucking Haiti. Nigga gonna come from Haiti. He was smart. He come from Haiti, he see the opportunity, he's working, he's studying, he's doing what he's doing. Look, for instance, I knew this nigga named Guy. Right? Guy, that's his name. He's from Haiti. Right? Smart. This nigga, I used to work with this dude. Right? He came here, I used to help him. You know what I'm saying? Teach him how to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? Education wise, you know what I'm saying? He could read, but teach him how to read English and shit like that. He looked at me one day, he's like, yo, bro, you know how much money you can make in my country? You're so smart. Right? He's telling me this. 2 years later, 3 years later, I left that job. 2-3 years later, I see this thing coming around the corner in a brand new car. Banging. He done worked himself up from that fucking bullshit job that we had to now, to where he's at. Where he's forgot the job, but he's the supervisor. You understand what I'm saying?
I would say that every day.
Yeah, and I'm right, and I'm here. And he said, "You're so smart, but yet still he got that hard fucking work.
Hard work beats talent. That talent doesn't work hard. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I'm telling y'all right now, I've been in positions on both sides of the coin. When I had more talent than people, naturally, whether it's drawing, sports, or whatever the case may be, and man, they have more talent than me. And you know what that's always worked? Always won? This was one sometimes, not really lies. I'm just better than you sometimes, I just ran as my day. But it's off and on, there's no consistency. The rest I worked hard lost. And even when I lost, I still feel like I won. Because I gave my all, then I learned something from some sports. So like, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
It's like, you know, because when we say that shit, right, I ask you, like, right now, like, when you talk about, and there's others around the country, right, but I don't even want to bring them up because there's a reason I'm doing this. When you think about them, the like, right now, like, one of the most intelligent men on the planet, who would it be?
Nigga, fucking SpaceX nigga.
Your opinion. You say it again?
Elon Musk.
You didn't say no Russian nigga. You ain't say no Asian nigga. You ain't say no Japanese nigga. You said a nigga born in America named Elon Musk. There's a reason for that. So yeah, they could propel. But to me, every system around the country is teaching everybody to be a slave for their country in some form or fashion.
That's a guarantee.
Not to really think. I think it's
I just try to say like why.
I think we don't apply ourselves.
Why the fuck they like? But sometimes
look what we got right now, cuzzo. Look what we got right now. Imagine what we could do, bro.
Let me answer. But from what I've seen, and I don't disagree with what you said. It makes sense. But like why the curriculum outside the country seems so better than America? Like I don't know. My take on it is this: like every world, all the world, that's what's called a world agenda. It's called a new world order, not a new America order. So I know all the world have the fucking people under slaves, as slaves, and mind slaves and invisible slaves, guaranteed, just like America. But I think America, for lack of a better word, is the fucking leaders. They're the Captain America of this stupid ass agenda they got putting on for the last hundreds, thousands, how many fucking years they've been doing it. Now because I just think like they deliberately made it worse. Like I think they really want here to be like the motherfucking like home base, headquarters for the fuckery. America. The whole world. What do we go to the damn America? It's like the whole world for some reason. And I got a few people that for people in the army, like why does the whole world hate us so bad? Like what like I mean I guess I don't know because we do go to countries and we're wild.
No, why you hate it so bad? I mean we gonna fucking pick the countries and invade and take over everything.
There you go. So it's like,
fuck.
Yeah.
Shit, nigga.
We bullies.
You know how many fucking bases we got around the world?
Yeah, we set up shops, McDonald's.
Over 100 some odd bases around the world, bro. In other people's countries. So forget about they hate us, nigga.
That's why everybody.
We run up in people's countries. We take their natural resources.
Russia hate us. Japan, China hate us. Everybody just fucking don't like Americans. Why is that? You said it because you run in people's countries
and take their natural resources for ourselves and occupy their land.
But yeah, that's what I think it is, man. I think they want people in America. I think America is the home base for the big experiment. Now this is where they do all the major experiments, and this is where this is where it started, or I don't know really why, but it's for a reason, because people don't apply themselves, guaranteed, because with the same curriculum, you can be Elon Musk. So
of course.
So it's all, but you know how they play it.
Not with the same curriculum. Well, applying yourself. Oh, wait, that's correct.
We have to curriculum.
Yeah. Ain't no way in hell. So what they teaching them kids in the public schools out here is gonna get you where Elon Musk.
You know shit about Bill Gates, the movie? When he went to Harvard, he said, what they don't teach y'all, tell y'all in the real world, and don't quote me, but this is paraphrasing what he said. The teacher, he said, what they don't teach people in the real world is that other schools teach the kids how to be workers. In this school, we teach you how to create the jobs.
That's
That's the Bill Gates movie.
No, not the Bill Gates movie. That was the Google movie.
Yeah, Google movie.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, yeah.
Yeah, when he stole on Google from them and with no Facebook, am I correct? Facebook, and then they went to complain to the dean, and the dean was like, "Yo, just create something else." You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We create. You know what I'm saying? We don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. We create.
That's fucking true.
It's the truth. You don't even two ways to get.
The schools teach you how to fucking create. Our schools teach you how to fucking
be workers for the people that create. Because there's only two ways in this world that you get rich: is to create or invest. If you don't do either one, you will work. There's nothing wrong with working. So the attack is not against the workers. The attack is against the people. The attack is against the people who created jobs, who pays people fucked up wages and overwork them for nothing. Where they gonna have time to spend with their family, can't send their kids to college, can't probably take the kid family on a vacation. That's what's wrong. Not with the people at work.
Of course, this is not never an attack on the workers, because without the workers, the world will fucking move. And everybody don't want no big ass, stupid ass, glorious position. The whole attack is the agenda they push, because everybody's paying decent wages or enough to have good health care, enough to pay their rent and compensation. Nobody will give a fuck. Nobody give a fuck how, if you have $400 million. If my rent is paid all the time, I'm driving my car, nobody would care. But they want you to care. Because once you care, then you have depression, anxiety, this, that, and the third pops into play. That's why they flood you with fucking luxurious shit on TV all day. You're going to do two things. If you want it, it's going to motivate you to go get it. Or it's going to put you in a fucking depressive ass state where you fucking... Nah, you don't. I mean, like... You sleep. But you're not rich. You just mad you're uncomfortable.
You sleep a quarter of your day. You work the next quarter of your day. Half your day is gone. And then you left with about 5 hours after traveling time home, cooking food or taking care of the kids if there's any kids. And you left with about 4 hours to yourself. Every day, Monday through Friday, that equals to 20 fucking hours to yourself. And there's 40 hours in the week. Now tell me how beautifully is that not broken down?
Yeah, half for you, half for that matrix, the establishment.
And they're eating more for you.
Can I ask something?
Cause they still gonna get their 40.
Since the curriculum's so old and outdated, just like the clip I just played said from Next School, when he said it's fucking basically from
100 years ago, I think.
Industrial days.
It says Thomas. I think it was created on either Thomas. I want to say Thomas Jefferson or Benjamin Franklin. One of them.
Since it's so old and outdated, should they upgrade the curriculum and teach you new things about finance?
Of course.
And the thing that translates now.
Of course. How can you teach the kids the same things that you was teaching them when Laura Ingalls and Little House on the Prairie was around? That shit don't make no fucking sense. How you can teach the kids, how you teaching the kids the same bullshit about Christopher Columbus and all of this nonsense when we living in an age when you can find out true information on your own. 1, 2, when none of that stuff is going to, I went to school, graduated.
You don't ever use none of it?
Yeah, because I graduated high school, went to college. You'll never use none of that information. None of that information is fucking useful. It's fucking useless information.
And no offense. And let me answer that question. Yes, they should upgrade the curriculum. And this is how you know the establishment don't got one fucking iota of care about their kids' fucking education. It hasn't been upgraded. They haven't made no adjustments, no alterations, nothing. Because they don't care. They forgot about, okay, books, every year, books. Thomas Edison, Christopher Columbus, the Revolutionary War, Civil War, motherfucker, you know how much wars we had after that?
Yeah, and
these are Iraq. This September 11th, like there's so much shit.
Oh yeah, they'll add that shit in.
Yeah, of course. No, it's no problem. You add that in, cool, for the niggas that probably didn't know.
What about the real
What about the real shit? Finances, when you get out of school.
How to manage money. How to invest money.
Like self-defense.
Teaching about computers, teaching about AI, teaching about creating software, the stuff that's mandatory in the modern world that's being created. But who's at hindrance to this knowledge and this information? It ain't the whole fucking world. It's the brown and black people. And it's the fact.
Well, yo.
It's 80% of the fucking majority of America may be white, and the majority of America is being oppressed and going through the same things that we are going through. There's a lot of poor white people in America. But these curriculums stand strong in our schools and in poor white schools.
Poor schools.
Poor schools, I should just say.
Poor schools.
In all poor schools, these curriculums
Hispanic,
are the strong.
Asian,
Indian, white, it don't make a difference. This is what they feed the poor.
Yeah. Why? Because the poor is meant to be the workers. Just like the nigga said. This country wasn't on a white man's world scale. I forgot who's talking on a white man's world scale. This country wasn't made. This country was made for white man. By white man, it's made for people of color. It's meant to be the burden burdens of society, but not only people of color.
I think it may have been Martin, but I'm not too sure. Don't quote me.
But not only the people of color. He got it wrong. People of fucking low economic status.
The people of low economic standards are meant to be the burden bearers of everything. They keep us
divided by color. Like that matters, and we all fucked up.
They keep us divided by color because you know what I mean. Color is the first thing you see when you see a man. You don't see his heart. You don't see his soul. So if I could keep
a situation.
You know what I'm saying?
If you talk to if a racist white guy talk to a black guy that don't like white people and they really talk, yeah, I probably pay my rent. I got to pay my rent. Yeah, my baby boss be tripping. My baby boss be tripping. Y'all may have way more in common than differences besides your fucking skin and what you like to eat.
Yeah, because even the word as you take the word racism, you know what I'm saying? You loving your own and want to empower your own, even that is not a negative conjecture. What's a negative conjecture is when you're trying to demote and step on somebody else.
Or you dislike or you want to hurt somebody
else just because of their color or just because of where they talk or from the country they are from. And even their sexuality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even their sexual, all of these things are distractions. You know what I'm saying?
Look up the Lynch letters, man. Divide and conquer. That shit is so.
All these, yeah, it's distractions because they know most heterosexual males and heterosexual women will not be in agreement to homosexuality behavior. So even that, to make that a topic of the discussion, is to keep us all distracted from each other. When at the end of the day, if a bomb dropped right now, white, black, gay, Puerto Rican, everybody dying together.
Yep. You got any last words on the education system?
We should educate ourselves, educate our kids. You know what I'm saying? I educated myself. Once I left, you know what I mean? I always educated myself through life. You know what I mean? And even when I was in and when I stopped going to college to pursue music, I educated myself. You know what I mean? And I educate my kids. I don't let the school system educate them. I educate them. They go to school because if they don't, they're gonna come looking for us, knocking on the door, unless we put them home tutor them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's also a problem. You can't educate your own kids without them trying to fucking knock you down, lock
unless
you up.
Unless you're gonna put them in there.
Just so you can force you to indoctrinate your kids. But think about it, like he just said, I would tell you this. I learned 20 times more when I left school than when I was in school. So the education system is like everything else in the Matrix. Plug in when you have to plug in, but no, look at the knowledge with a grain of salt. It's cool to know the knowledge. It's cool to know the knowledge they're trying to fucking teach you. Some of the things they teach you is real, like the science and the math and the things behind it. So learn what you can learn, but educate yourself and double fucking check everything they fucking teach you, especially about history. Especially if you're a fucking black person, especially about your motherfucking history.
A wise man told me once that, you know what I'm saying, anything that you research everything. You take nobody's word for nothing and you do the research for yourself. And research doesn't mean that you take one source of information and then you get that and you run with it. You piece it together. You check that source of information. And where did they get that source of information? Because any type of information that's given to you should always be a bipartisan. It should always be neutral. It should never be from the emotion of the individual who's giving it.
No agenda based
behind it. It should just be what it is. If it is what it is, alright, my nigga.
And even if
that's what it is.
And when you get good enough, and even if when you get good enough at critical thinking, and even if you're looking at something or reading something with agenda based behind it, and instead of the juice, take the juice and throw the rest away. That's why they call it juice. You shaking all the bullshit.
Yeah, you take it, and you know.
I take a lot of shit. I'm like, that was cool. Sometimes I agree with 60% of what somebody say, and 40% I just throw it away. Like, at the end of the day, so that's exactly what you gotta do. But be diligent and vigilant. I mean, real talk, cause the fight is fixed like a fuck. But that was motherfucking the education system.